So now I would like to talk about adjusting the iron sights, the open sights, on the CZ600 Model Lux. First step is to make sure that our rifle is safe and unloaded. I already have the magazine and bolt on the table, and I can see that there's nothing in the chamber. So the first step, I would like to discuss adjusting the windage. We do this with the rear sight, and then the elevation we do with the front sight. Later on, I'll discuss how to remove the sights should you choose. So the first step to adjust the windage is to take my 1.5 millimeter Allen key, and then I can simply loosen the side screws on the sight. Not too much, just a little bit. And then I can move the sight in the slot one way or the other. For example, if I want to move my shots to the left, I need to move my sight also to the left. So I move it some to the left to the position that I want, and then I can simply snug up the screws until it stays in the position that I want, gently on both sides, until it's snug. And then obviously you would have to shoot again to make sure that it's where you want it. The next step is to adjust the elevation. Now on the elevation, we need to move the front sight up or down. So if I want to shoot lower, I need to move the sight up. If I want to shoot higher, I need to move the sight down. The first step is here, this top screw hole. This is just a set screw. I need to loosen this up. And then I can move the front sight. And I do this with the screw underneath. I go clockwise. To raise the sight, counterclockwise, and then push a little bit to make sure, in order to lower it, which makes me shoot higher. Once I found my position, and in between sighting sessions, I tighten the set screw again. And that's how you adjust elevation and also windage. So the next step would be removal of the sights themselves. I do this with a Torx 10. In order to remove the rear sight, I simply loosen the two screws, one in the rear, one in the front. Simply loosen these screws, and then I can remove the rear sight. There's one. And there's two. So now I've removed the rear sight. In order to remove the front sight, we have a couple steps. The first is to remove the front sight hood. And the easiest way to do this is to probably hold the rifle under my arm and then to push the sight hood off. I can put this on the table now. The next step is we actually have to remove the front sight blade. In order to do this, we loosen the set screw. And then here on the side is a pin. And this pin, I'll actually put on the table like this so it doesn't run away on me. And I'll pop out the pin. Then I can simply remove the front sight blade. And then the next step is to remove the two screws that hold the front sight to the barrel. One here and then one inside what was underneath the front sight blade. So I simply remove the front one. I can put this on the table. Perfect, I think that's loose. Then the rear one, and now the sight comes off. So that's how you adjust the sights on the Lux model, as well as how you remove the sight should you choose.